Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today I'm going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the new for 2024 Lowe's Bone Collector. Alright, so first of all, I want to give a huge thank you to Lowe's for sending me this guy early. I'm so excited to unbox this thing. Now, I believe this is the sample because it came in these two smaller boxes. He will have his own displayed box. And I actually have a rip of it right here. So this is what the front's going to look like right here, or the side of it, I guess. But yeah, there's his art on it, and he's got his little details here. Outdoor use, sound effects, motion and sound activated, and made by Techie. So, another thing, obviously this is a different background. This is at the haunt. We've been working here every single day, all day. So I thought I would unbox him here because it's kind of a cool background. And I will be doing videos very, very soon showing this place. It's almost ready for the videos. But today I thought it would make a cool background for this guy, especially because there are high ceilings in here. And this guy is super, super tall. This is a 12-foot prop. And it's probably, if not one of my favorites, probably my favorite of the 12-foots. The motion on him is awesome. He has actual moving eyes rather than the digital. And his face and whole concept is really creepy. I also love that it comes with a skeleton that he's holding. Not many props come with a full skeleton because those can get pretty expensive. So that's pretty cool too. But I think it is time to get to the unboxing. So let's start. This box looks to have some of the more exciting stuff, like the head is right there, and there's some other parts right there, like shoes and stuff. So let's start over here where more of the poles are. So let's see, we have what looks to be an arm right away. Yeah, that's definitely an arm right there. Got his elbow piece. Next up, I think this is his shovel. Yep, right here. Shovel, upper and lower poles, and the shovel head as well. So let's take those out, actually. Let's see what these look like. This thing is massive, as you can see. That is the head of the shovel. It's giant. It looks really good too. Nice detailing on there. Cool. And then, let's see. Apparently we have some of the poles here. It might be all of them. These are nice quality, blow molded. There they are, right there. And then one more of the same thing. Next up we have this thing. Now this seems to be probably just poles. So this is a pole, but it also has the control box on it, which, as you can see, is waterproof. Here's an exciting one. We have one of the hands right here. Let's see. This is the shovel hand. That is awesome. It's huge. It's really, really cool. You can see his painted nails right there. It's got some nice detailing on it. And then you can see he's holding the shovel. Here's another exciting piece. This is the hand with the burlap sack. And it looks like the skeleton comes attached right there. As you can see, he's hanging out of there already. Right here we have his shoulder frame and his mechanism for the head turn. Here we have his other arm. And finally in this box we have the base, which is actually a really nice quality heavy base. Next we have the smaller box. So first thing I see right here is the head. So let's take this out and take a look. Alright, so he is out of most of the bubble wrap. Right here a bit is hanging on. Okay, there we go. And there it is. Look at how huge that thing is. That is awesome. So he has these clear pieces in front of the eyes to protect the inside so no water gets inside. And then his actual eyes are behind those clear pieces. And those actual eyes do move. He has his moving mouth down here. And his detail is great. He looks awesome. I'll bring him closer for a closer look right here. There he is. Looks really, really good. Here we have his shoes, which are heavy and nice quality. The only other 12-footer that I own that has shoes, I believe, is Cackles. I think that's the only other one. And these are much nicer quality, actually. The Cackles ones are like the standard SVI shoes. These ones are thick plastic. These are nice, and they should not break easily. Here's his hip loop, same as the 12-foot Scarecrow. And here is all of his clothing. Other than that, there's a little box of ground stakes, but we won't be needing that because we're inside. Outdoors, though, I'll definitely be using those. But that is it for what was in the box. So let's get to the setup. Here we go. All right, let's begin our setup. So we have some really nicely labeled parts. I don't have instructions, but the parts are labeled good enough that we can tell very easily. So we have A to A over here. Then we have A1 to A1 over here. Okay, next we have to slide on his shoes. And these have some huge areas to lock these in place. We then have standard B on this side and B1 over on this side. We now have his pants. We're gonna slide these down, and there is a sticker saying front and back. So make sure that is correct. As you can see, front sticker on the front. We now have C and C1 connections. Another front sticker on the front, nothing on the back, so that's how you know. and we're gonna just click this in place. We can now take his hip loop and put that on, and now we can bring the pants up. All right, so his legs are now finished. So now the good thing to do is tip it over onto his own box, and we'll go from there. And then once he's complete, we'll stand him back up again. That means we don't need a ladder or anything like that to get super high while creating him. It's much easier when it's down. Okay, so he's laid down now, and now we have D to D. All right, there we go. That piece makes up most of his torso. Okay, next I'm gonna slide the shirt over. This is actually really heavy and really nice quality. Now that doesn't have to be perfect right now. Just getting it on is important because it would be a lot more difficult if this piece was on first. And this piece is what's next now, which is E to E. Okay, next we have the head, and these wires are gonna be run down the body. Okay, and now I'm gonna adjust the clothing. So we have the hood right here. All right, so now we're gonna get his arms on. Also, I wanna note, this is really smart. They have some slits in the back here so that if wind goes into the hood, it can escape without having to cause problems with the hood. All right, so the arm just snaps right in there, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other. Okay, other arm is on, and I have him raised a bit higher now so that we can get his hands on the arms right here. There we go. And then the top of the shovel as well. This piece is plastic and slides in, and then you twist to lock. We're gonna do the same thing over here. This is the one with the burlap sack. And this wire right here is gonna run all the way up his arm. Okay, so now we can take our wires and run them down the body, through the leg, and right here to where there's another Velcro spot, and this is where we can do the wiring. Okay, so X to X is the arm, V to V goes up to the top along with the rest of them. All right, and that's about all we can do while he's laying. So let's stand him up now and complete the rest while he's standing. All right, so he's stood up now, so let's complete the shovel here. We have N to N, twist that in place, and then we have O to O. We then have the head of the shovel, twist that in place, and that connects through one of the supports, which is first R to R right here. Okay, so that's attached, and then we can attach K to K. We then have his other three supports. All right, he is standing. There's one issue. He actually doesn't have his shoulder frame. Usually he would have a shoulder frame right there, but his was missing. So I'll have to contact Techie, get one of those. But that should not be a huge issue. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because it might look a bit different once it is fully complete. But even without it, it doesn't look bad at all. This thing is incredible. As you can see, it's massive. I think it's definitely my favorite of the 12-foots. It looks so professional, and it looks really scary. His face is really terrifying. The giant shovel is definitely an awesome feature of him. And then the sack with the skeleton is really cool as well. The skeleton is going to need some detailing. I'm going to corpse this guy. But other than that, this is a really good addition to it. All right, so I think it's time to plug this guy in. Let's see his demo.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You will roam through the valley of death for all eternity, with all of us. Who dares enter the Master's abode? Your soul shall be vanquished to the deepest, darkest dungeon if you do not leave now.
And now I'm just going to watch his eyes.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You will roam through the valley of death for all eternity, with all of us.
All right, so there he was, the Bone Collector. Again, just got to get that shoulder piece and then he'll be perfect. But this guy already is amazing. This is definitely my favorite 12-foot. It's definitely the scariest in my opinion. That face is awesome. The way it looks at you feels so realistic. And the movement being slow is perfect for this guy. That slow head turn looks like he's watching you with that deep booming voice. It's really, really cool. The concept of this guy is great. He's got this giant shovel he's digging up the graves with, and then he has the skeleton in the sack. Really, really cool and just very unique concept. This guy should fit a lot of outdoor themes. For example, this guy's going to be outside in front of our haunt here, and he's going to have this really grand area for him, and he's kind of at the end of the line, so you're kind of looking at him as you're walking down the line. And you definitely want a prop that's very, very intimidating at the end of something like that, and definitely has a big presence, and this guy definitely does. He's also very much on the more professional looking side of retail. This guy I could totally see in the Dark Zone at Transworld. His movement obviously isn't like pneumatic or anything like that, but the look of it and the concept and overall creativity of like this outfit, the face, and everything definitely fits the more professional side, which is awesome. I think this guy will fit in outside, even if there's some professional stuff next to him. He'll still look perfect. And although I'm using him as a greeter, this guy would fit in a graveyard so well, and a lot of other outdoor themes. He's just a really cool, creepy, versatile prop. Really, the only two changes I'll be making to this one is obviously that shoulder frame, and then just corpsing this guy, and then he will be ready to go outside. So there he was, the Bone Collector from Lowe's 2024. Again, this guy is amazing. I love this guy. And again, huge, huge thank you to Lowe's for sending me this guy early to review. He is amazing. I definitely will be using him. And he is a very nice staple piece for a haunt. But yeah, there he was. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.